Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dr. P and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video I want to talk about the Polar Peak event that's going on soon. I made a video yesterday where I talked about how there are going to be multiple different stages of the iceberg as it melts. We've actually got some pretty insane evidence of this happening. I'm going to actually show you in game what happens when you get under Polar Peak and you get under the iceberg. It's pretty sick. First things first though, if you could do me a favor and drop a like on the video, let's shoot for 1,000, and subscribe to the channel. That would be much appreciated. Also, huge shout out to these guys for showing their support in the supported creator tab when purchasing V-Bucks. I really appreciate all of the support. If you're buying any skins or maybe even picking up the battle pass for season 7, make sure to use my code. It's Pineapplez YT. I'd really appreciate it. So of course, you guys know the new POI on the map that was added along with Season 7. It is called Polar Peaks. Well, there were multiple different POIs added, but for the sake of this video, we're talking about Polar Peaks. We all know there is a castle, or at least it looks like a castle buried within the iceberg, and we have the leaks yesterday that say it's going to melt and have different stages of melting. So we've all been talking about this and the possibility of there being a full-on castle underneath the iceberg that will get revealed more and more each passing week or so with the updates as it continues to melt. That's what it seems like is going on. Recently, a new method on how to get under the Polar Peaks castle and get into the iceberg has come out. It's gotten really popular, and I want to show you guys what actually happens and what you can see when you get underneath the castle. It's pretty sick. There's a lot of evidence suggesting that the leaks that we saw about the melting iceberg is going to be real, because a lot of the areas I'm going to show you that you glitch into are pretty much already done. Now, there are a lot of areas that are unfinished, as you'll see, but a lot of the areas are completed, at least to a certain extent, even as far as to put chest spawns there. It's pretty crazy. So without any further ado, let's just get right into it. So here you can see me underneath the iceberg. You can see right away when you get down here. It's pretty sick. You can definitely tell you're in kind of a glitched area. All you gotta do is knock down one of the walls with your pickaxe, and then you can go down into the castle a little bit. There's actually a continuation of it. There are a lot of rooms that are pretty much, for the most part, complete. Like this one right here, like, yeah, there's a big gaping wall off the side, but there's a chest right here, and even a lot of other doors and other textures and models in the room. Clearly, this is something they have at least given a little bit of effort to. This chest right here that's floating is, you know, I don't know if that's the best design, but it's definitely interesting. This castle bit here is definitely not finished. There are definitely a lot of holes, like even the staircase right here just leads to nowhere. You have to drop down. But you can definitely see there is work in progress underneath the surface of what you can actually see. I expect this will probably get updated soon to include all the new models and textures as we get closer to the iceberg actually continuing on to the next phase. But you can see here, even if you drop down, get outside of the castle completely, there's a little unfinished village over here with fully functional buildings. I mean, if you go to this building that I'm going into right now, I mean, there's just slurp juice spawning right there. There are weapons spawning. There's stairs. There are chests. I mean, this is basically a fully functioning and fully fledged building in Fortnite Battle Royale that is, you know, basically not supposed to be accessed by anyone, and the only reason that we're even seeing it is because of a glitch. This definitely appears to be something along the lines of a courtyard for this castle, and you can see if you continue on, you actually break through the barrier and you go right back onto the iceberg. So there's not a whole lot to explore under there at the moment, but the really intriguing bits to me are that there is actually another layer, like the next level of the iceberg, or one of the next levels of the iceberg has already been set. I mean, you can see it's already underneath. It's just got another layer on top, so I'm curious to see what kind of updates they continue to throw on. I think this could be amazing. I mean, this is a really good evolving map change that we're going to continue to see and expect over the course of Season 7. This iceberg is just going to melt down, slowly but surely revealing more and more of this castle, and over time becoming more and more of a hotspot, because right now Polar Peaks is just not all that popping, and not all that many people land there, because it's a barren, frozen wasteland at the moment, because there's not much there. There's maybe a couple chests up in the top castle, the bit of the castle that we can get into right now, but besides that, there's not much. There's a long walk down to the rest of it, and you're probably going to get behind by landing there. The one good part about it, though, is if you do manage to somehow get a weapon, maybe a sniper or a good AR, you can see people all around you because you are so far up. That is one good part about it, but I do expect there to be an increasingly large amount of people that continue to go and will start going to this area once the event really starts going and once the iceberg really starts melting, because it just makes sense. The more available resources that an area has, the more highly contested it's going to be. There's not much Polar Peak has to offer at the moment, so not many people go. It's just logical. As you guys know, the big theory right now is that the tier 100 skin for this season, which is the Ice King, this is his castle, and for whatever reason, he's been kicked out, it's been abandoned. I wonder if it starts to melt down, or when it starts to melt down and this castle gets to be more revealed, I wonder if the Ice King will ever try to strike back in some way and take control and, reclaim his castle. I wonder if that's even a possibility. For all I know, that could be as far away as possible from the truth. We really don't know what's going on, but what I love to do here is show you guys what's going on and give you kind of the best info I can so we can, to our best ability, predict or try to predict what's coming in the future. We know for a fact, not a fact, okay? Epic hasn't confirmed it, but every single bit of evidence that we have suggests that this iceberg will continue to melt, and it's very comforting and reassuring that all of the stuff that I'm showing you in this video is actually happening. Like, you can legitimately get under the iceberg, go to rooms that are, for the most part, pretty well made already, with chest spawns, with item spawns, a partially made village. I mean, the list goes on and on. Epic Games isn't going to waste their time. They know what they're making, and they know everything they make and put in the game has a purpose. The very fact that some of these places underneath the iceberg that aren't visible or supposed to be accessible by players is, progressing. You can walk down there. There are things you can do down there. It's not just a dead area. That's promising, and that really makes me feel like all the leaks, all the rumors about the iceberg melting are true. I mean, I had no reason to doubt it before, but this is definitely kind of like the final nail in the coffin. I'm excited to see what they do with this. I wonder if the rest of the map will melt too, because, I mean, if the iceberg is melting, that means probably everything else around it should be melting too. I mean, I feel like that's right. I wonder if we'll see areas start to go back over the course of the season to grass. Possibly we'll continue to see more and more grass patches reappear as we get further into the season. Maybe it's warming up. So much to think about, so much going on in Fortnite right now. Drop all your theories in the comments below. I really love to read them. It really helps me out a lot more than you know. So please, by all means, give me your 2 cents. Let me know if you guys have unlocked the new Victory Royale umbrella for Season 7. I just got it last night. I got carried super hard, okay? Don't tell anyone. I'm not proud of it. I got carried super hard to my first win in Season 7, but it's all good. I love the glider. It's basically just a snowman glider with the kind of carrot nose sticking out of the top, which is sick. I think it's awesome. Spins around as you glide in. I think it's really cool. Definitely worth going for the win. Just grind out that win as fast as you can and get the glider. I definitely think it's worth it, but let me know if you guys have unlocked it yet, or if you plan on attempting to unlock it soon. I was so hyped when I got it, but anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. That's my sincerest hope. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you like the content, and turn on notifications if you want to be among the first to learn each and every time I upload a new Fortnite video. I'll catch you in the next one, and until then, peace out.